Cheers to another. that motherfucking naughty. Where you drink at? You done?
It's like, cheers to another. I ain't had shit to cheers, but to another.
I thought you did, man.
No, we didn't rehearse.
You was there in heart, bro. You was there in heart.
Right.
You was there.
Word. Cheers.
Cheers to another.
Word.
And we are back.
Word.
Two peeps on a pod with your two hosts. I'm Kish.
I'm Mac.
And we back. Season 1, episode 3, baby. 3.
Yes, sir. Big 3, not the little one.
Not the little
3. Yeah.
All right.
Hey, that was cool if you did this thing again.
I know. I keep doing it, and I don't know why.
There's an alarm.
Always go too long. Anytime she goes. Bro, you are not a good backup for nothing.
First of all, I ain't never even asked to be at the concert. Anytime.
Anytime.
Never asked to be at the concert.
You got to lay up on the mic.
Yeah. That's that old wine.
Hey, that shit been in there for a week.
The residue
sitting right up in here. That shit brandy sitting up in my glass.
Yeah, and you wasn't even sipping it like wine and shit.
This was whiskey.
Apparently.
It was whiskey with a little residue of wine. From the last time. Hey.
Yeah. You can't put no mic in front of you. You always want to be Lil Wayne.
I ain't never stopped. They want me at the Superbowl though.
That's wild.
Hey, they don't want that man nowhere.
Yo, I don't even know what it is. What you think it is?
He's a drug addict.
All right.
He's a drug addict. He don't have no hits. I mean, okay, now you know I was my MySpace name was Keisha F. Baby, please say the baby. So I was a fan. Like you couldn't tell me I was not Lil Wayne. You could not tell me. But that was in 2006. You know what I'm saying?
Got you. So his time is. You think this time is just over?
Now let me say this. Wayne is always going to be the great. He is the number one influence rapper of our time because everybody is emulating his style. All that we see right now is what Lil Wayne did. That the druggy, the drinking, the cups, all of that is Wayne. All of that, the tatted face, all of that is Wayne. There's nobody else.
I get what you're saying.
There's nobody else who did that, and people all wanted to be him. I mean, they really wanted to be.
I agree. So this is where I you can lift somebody up and not put somebody down. But this is where I feel like I know that the Super Bowl has been there many times, or however many times it's been there, and I know that the Super Bowl is hosted in many cities, and you don't have to be the representative of that city to do the halftime show. So that's not that at all. But I was thinking in a time like this, in a climate like this, why didn't we? Why wasn't Wayne included at least? Like, yo, all right, hold on. How about we just say Kendrick is the headliner, and then special guest Lil Wayne, just because it's the city of New Orleans. Not only that, it's just that it's been a long time since we could even have the rappers be the highlight of the show. So it was just a good time to give him his flowers, is all I'm saying. Not make him be the headliner or none of that, because I don't know what he's capable of doing. Like, he's absolutely right. We see wild videos. We see a lot. I mean, so I get it, but to not be included at all was, and then again, hold on, we might be jumping the gun because we don't even know if Kendrick was going to include him off some I know
Right.
this is, you know what I mean? Because I've been influenced by you too,
Mm-hmm.
kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Right,
But
right, right.
so I don't know, man. But
I think
find it
we
crazy
want
though.
too much. I think that we want too much. We want too much. When the weekend was headlining under the Super Bowl, nobody said he didn't bring Drake out here. You know, I think that
Right.
at the end of the day, Kendrick has had and has right now the number. You cannot go anywhere without hearing his song. And he had, you know, and I
Which
think
one? That They Not Like Us?
that
Oh yeah.
thing been rocking for months.
Hey, we was on vacation when we
Right when it
heard it.
dropped.
They was still
Yeah.
lively beefing like it was in real time. When
Real
we
we
heard that one.
watched it real
It is
time.
right. It is a banger. It is.
It definitely is, and it's still rolling on beyond. Like it's about that year about to end. That was like in what, April, March? We went
Yeah.
on, no, March is when it dropped. March. We are
Right.
now, we are almost at the end of the year.
We
And
definitely
so
we was on vacation in May. So that's when the
oh
joint
shoot,
was
I'm
got
talking about March. Okay.
that's when that joint got crazy.
Yeah,
Like
right.
remember we was listening, that's when they were dropping like back to back, Drake would drop
Yes.
one, then homie would drop one, and
Yeah.
then it was
Yeah.
just going crazy. Yeah, I think it was a cool to see it. I just feel like now, like, all right, if we going stick to the artistry and we gonna stick to that, then I'm good with that. I don't like it when it leads to real beef and real problems and stuff like that. Like, come on, man.
I mean, so I guess they're beefing with Hove, and my thing is, at the end of the day, does Wayne even want to go to the Super Bowl and perform?
I did see he did the little oh, it was broken hearted and you guys picked me back up and oh, it's so sad. Look it up. I don't know if it couldn't have been AI either because the fans was really going crazy. Well, then in this time and age, I don't know.
You never know.
But
But that probably is true. But my only thing is, and this is again, I am a fan of Wayne. I was a super fan of Wayne. So I am not discrediting this man's contribution to hip hop and to the culture in itself. However, being very grown now, Wayne's influence on hip hop outside of his lyrical ability has been a detrimental again, addict music. Addict music is what he made. Now, again, lyrically, you throw him on it, the double entendre, like the wordplay for me is what I always am gonna go. Right, how you flow, how you ride that beat, and your wordplay. Love it. That is what makes music for me, a rapper for me. But at the same time, I think, and this is just my opinion,
right.
Is it that Hove does not want that music on the platform and he wants the top artist and Wayne is not a top artist? I don't know.
All right, let me give you my opinion here.
Okay.
I feel like you are right when it comes to the addict music, but I don't think he necessarily created the addict music.
No.
I think he popularized
Yes.
the addict music because people weren't listening to the down south, the chopped and screwed. They were already talking about getting twisted off the lean or whatever else they was on. You know what I mean? Stuff that you ain't know you can get high off of.
Right.
But so I definitely agree with you when you say like EQ, but I don't think that it was the worst detriment to our culture. I think that this drill music, us killing each other, is even worse.
The lean killed people.
Right.
Look at Wayne right now. He
listen.
literally.
This time we in the same book, just a little bit of a different page.
Okay.
I ain't even in a whole nother book because I definitely agree with what you're saying, but I just think that right now, let's just to people who became addicts, they're addicts, or let's hope that they're not. But right now, what's being glorified is us hurting each other.
Okay.
Like
Okay.
the music
The
right now.
Chicago. The
I'm
Chicago.
gonna shoot your mother. I'm gonna shoot you. Like what? What's happening?
Mm-hmm.
What's really going on? We got a
Yeah.
true and living enemy out there. If you just that aggressive and you want to be a serial killer or whatever it is that you want to be a gangster, there's a true and living enemy out there. Go do that.
Okay.
Let's not have that energy for each other.
Okay.
Like I just wish we get to a point where the music is just music and it's not so influential, but that's where spells come from, because the words are the spells. It's only so much you can hear in your ear before you start to believe that.
I don't know though. I don't know. Maybe for some, and maybe that's true, and maybe that's just, it takes certain people that don't feed into that, because we're here and we listen to the same music, and I don't have any ops. I don't have anybody that out. And even when I had right. And even when we had people that we might not have seen eye to eye with, I'm not going to run up in your grandmother's house because I heard the song. I'm not going to it's just
that's
some
the key
stuff.
word. That's the key word. I'm not. But that's because we are adults, for one. For two, we have our own minds. You understand? Like, if your mind is not strong, anything can influence you. So think about being a youngin.
We were there.
Hold up, though. I'm talking like 18. I'm talking, matter of fact, let's go a little lower. Let's go like 14, because the kids are not being they're not being watched over, or you know what I mean? There's nothing going on. People letting their kids listen to whatever. Yeah. You understand? Yeah. So you have these kids whose minds who have not even fully developed yet. So they hear all of this gangster rah-rah, shoot him up, and all of that. And they created the ops in their heads. Okay. Some of these kids really grow up in this environment where they don't have a choice but to get down or lay down.
Absolutely.
And they don't have a choice but to put you down or get put down. But half these people never even smelled a pissy hallway. Mm-hmm. They just acting off of emotion and from the adrenaline rush and the fucking spell that's being put out through this music. They never even kids never even had to even be a gangster, is what I'm talking about. Right. We have some kids that's all they're ever gonna know. Right, but right. Most of these kids that are killing each other, once they get behind that wall, just watch Scared Straight.
Oh. But I still think though, like so it takes a certain personality or a certain type of person, because we were young. Right. And we were honestly stuck with the music that was played on our radios, played on the TVs. So we couldn't even expand our horizon on the type of music that we listened to. We literally had to listen to what was being played on the radio waves. So right. With that music, we still did not. Now, I'm not saying, when I say we, I literally mean us, but there's a lot of people who don't do that. There's a lot of people who didn't.
I gotta counteract this. Mm-hmm. I'm young, and I had at least 3 fights in my life to knuck if you buck, bro. This real story. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. And I'm even in the ones where I have to hold myself accountable, because there were some times where I came in to the spot with weary energy and not my energetic, positive, uplifting self. So it gave off bad vibes to whoever in there or already might have had a problem with me. Right. So knuck if you buck. I remember, listen, I remember being in a party, knuck if you buck comes on, and a girl jumps into me, and I'm thinking we just partying together on some, when Swag Surf come on, on each other. No. She was ready to knuck if you buck.
You thought you was in a mosh pit and she was about to mosh your ass. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. No, but I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, and I get what you're saying.
Been feeling like I just want to party at that time, but now I hear the music and I see your energy, and you up on me, Nuck, if you know what is getting ready to happen, right?
Yeah.
All right. So yes, we have been influenced by the music as well. I know personally that I have, because before I heard Nuck If You Buck, I was in a great mood. And before you started jumping on me, I was in a great mood. Now you're jumping on me. And if you were jumping on me and we were hearing something more positive or a love song or something that was bringing us together, I might have not reacted the way that I reacted. But I hear Nuck If You Buck, and I feel like you nucking, so I got a buck.
See, and I feel the complete opposite. When I heard Nuck If You Buck, kind of like how you said with Swag Surf, when I heard Nuck, everybody hype and everybody just rapping the lyrics. Nobody's really trying to nuck. Now, I understand. Have I ever been somewhere and people started fighting? But I don't think it was the Nuck If You Buck. Nuck If You Buck, it was just to me again, I can only speak on my experiences, right? So what I'm saying is, it's certain environments and certain types of people that can be influenced. You would have not been influenced by that if the person did not nuck in front of you, butt in front of you, or you know what I mean. So you felt threatened. Whereas, let's say that if I'm in an environment and I'm all drinking like, hey, nah, if you and I'm jumping around and somebody bumping to me, I might just push them like, all right, and then go walk on that way and keep, So
bro,
I think
the electric slide was on, or the wobble, we would have hugged it out and kept the steps going.
Okay.
Nuck If You
So
Buck
you
is
think
on,
that fuels you.
You are under the energy, whether you, sometimes it's unknowingly. Sometimes it's unknowingly. And there have been instances where I am still okay. You are nucking and bucking, whatever you want to do, and I'm still all right.
You are nucking and bucking.
Feel me? But I'm still okay, right? Okay. Because I ain't even feeling no bad energy or nothing. I'm still good. But then that's the time where you get hurt. You understand? While I'm thinking everything is all peaceful and everything is okay, now it's arms wrapped around you and you dumped outside somewhere because the music didn't affect you. Okay. But affected everybody around you. You cannot be the sitting duck. You know what I'm saying?
So what you're saying is that the influence on the music that is being played can alter your emotions and your actions, and therefore we must be mindful of the music that are played, that we listen to. And what I'm saying is, I think I hear you, and I'm not saying that what you're saying is false. That is truly not what I'm saying. I can see your point of view, but I don't think that plays a part in a way that I think it's a certain type of people. I don't know. I just truly believe it's certain type of people, because if I don't know, and I'm not talking about my age now, because clearly I'm gonna get hyped if Nuck If You Buck come on, but if they start fighting, I'm going home. Like I don't have time for this.
Right, but think about what you just said. You keep saying you. I'm saying the majority of the people are affected by any and everything.
And why do you think that?
If one wrong tweet goes viral, people already riding on that side of that wrong tweet before they ever did any research. Okay. And this is any age group, anybody. People you know that your age be posting BS on the regular. You like, whoa, like, did you even fact check that? Okay, so here's what I'm saying. Too much of anything. Okay. Good. So I'm not saying don't listen to the music. I'm saying monitor what your children are doing, for one, because they are still in a space where they are heavily influenced. You understand? Where their thoughts, their mind, everything can be altered no matter how they're feeling, because their brain is still developing. Right. So if we can alter an adult, imagine what it could do to a child. Too much of anything is bad. So too much of that gangster music or the drill music where we want to shoot each other, it's going to be, if that's all you listen to all day, every day, eventually you're gonna feel like that's who
Right.
you are. That's all I'm
Okay.
saying. Don't not listen to what you like.
Right,
Music
right.
is
Just limited. You're saying.
music is therapeutic.
Okay.
Just have a collection. Just have a variety. Have some options for yourself. So when you feel like this song is making me too sad, let me put on something that bringing up my spirits. Because when people be listening to that sad music, you be like, yo, what's good? You wrong? What's
Are you
the matter?
okay?
They can't even tell you what's wrong, yo.
Right. Right.
You understand? That's all I'm saying. Too much of anything is not good.
So is it the parents'
variety?
Is it the parents' responsibility to monitor and I want to say restrict the music that's being played in their home? Because now every kid you see is walking around with headphones.
Right.
You know, they're going on a bus, they're going on to school, they have access to all the music, all of the streaming, YouTube, all of these things. And as we're talking about teenage age, you know, of course, when they're smaller, you can kind of monitor it. But as they get older, you are not a big influence on your children as society or their friends. So
you start to think you ain't cool and stuff.
Do you argue with the artists and say, hey, stop putting out this kind of music? Or, because that could be considered censorship and they have the right to a freedom of speech. Or do you say, hey, this can't be played in my household and I will monitor my child accordingly?
You cannot, you can't censor nobody. Right. You can't go to the artist. Because if you don't eat chicken, you're not going to go buy chicken. So
right, but we're saying the kids like it, and it's not back in the day.
I'm just saying, so you can't censor the artist. If you don't want to hear it, don't go and get it. You understand?
Gotcha.
Now, that's all I'm saying.
Okay.
With your child, I feel like this. You should be able to be effective communication is what we need in our culture, because your kid's gonna do. Eventually, they're going to do what they want to do, right?
Right.
It doesn't matter how much you shape them, how much you put into them.
Right.
Eventually, they have to become a person, and they are going to start to make their own decisions. So I feel like if I see that my son is only listening to this type of music, I'm letting them know, like, yo, that's the energy you invite into your life. Like, you might want to invite something different. You know, I can't stop you when you're outside and your headphones is on. What I'm gonna do? Shut down all of the streaming sites on your phone? Like, you understand?
Right.
So we're not censoring the artists. That's not what we're doing. We're being mindful of the effect that the artists have. And we're doing what we can as human beings to protect ourselves and the people that we love from the effect.
Okay.
That's it. There's nothing else that we can do. We can't shut it down. All we can do is have discussions like we're doing right now, and have that with the young children. So even if they don't understand it, they heard it.
Okay.
It went in their head, even if it went in one ear and out the other. Guess what? You could say it again. And when they come of age, they'll remember. Hey, yo, I remember I was having this song. I wasn't even listening to you, and you were saying that. Yeah. Like, I was sad the other day listening to this song. I don't even know why I was sad. You understand? Okay. So that's it. Like, we can't censor nobody. We can't tell people what to do, how to feel, none of that. All we can do is our job. We know that it could be detrimental. Like you said Wayne's music was detrimental.
Definitely. And so then, to circle back to the Wayne point at the Super Bowl, Kendrick's music is not like that. And I'm not saying that his music is all uplifting, because he did have some controversial tracks on his last album. What's the one where he holding the child? He has some controversial things on there, but
Kodak on it. He was talking about a lot of real stuff on it, but
that's what I was gonna say. It's a different type of music, right? That you can tell that he really sat down, and that helped him through some stuff. That wasn't just, I'm not saying it wasn't fun for him, but I feel that when I listened to that album, I felt like that man was going through therapy.
Exactly.
That's what I felt.
Like you knew him a little bit now.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. And whereas Wayne, and again, two different artists would not put them in the same category, other than maybe an influence, but different influence. And I think what Hove is trying to do with taking over the Super Bowl's acts or halftime shows is one, of course, he wants to put in there who he wants to put in there, but he also wants to put people in there that probably have made a more so of a that the people want to see, and I just don't think the people want to see Lil Wayne right now today. Now, maybe 4 years from now, people will want to see Wayne, but not right now. Kendrick is who it is. Kendrick truly earned this. He earned it. And I don't think that he would have gotten that seat if it wasn't for Hove.
I agree with that too. I think he did earn it. And I think that's where my whole, we don't have to just because you thought that Wayne deserved it more, you don't have to put Kendrick down. Like, why do we always have to play each other against each other? Like, yo, you could have just said, yo, me as a fan, I would have rather heard Wayne than Kendrick. Not say, oh, Kendrick is this or that or whatever. You know what I mean? It was just felt like everybody was just tearing one another down when that didn't have to be the case. They both were well deserving of it if that's what's going to be what it is. Mm-hmm. But we didn't, just because your pick didn't happen doesn't mean you had to tear down the other one. And I think that we are in the era of energy shifters.
Okay.
And Kendrick is shifting the energy. He's talking about real things, real issues. You understand? And he's making music from the soul right now, as opposed to just making hits and just trying to get some money. Like you said, the last album felt therapeutic. I really felt like I like maybe we ate chicken at the table before. You feel what I'm saying? Like I felt like I knew Kendrick a little bit from this album.
Yeah. Definitely. He brought you into his life. Right. And I just think that I truly believe, and again, my opinion, no facts behind this. This is just an opinion. I believe that Hove's purpose of taking on this project, taking on this role that he's bringing to the Super Bowl halftime show is not only who he wants to see there, those that he thinks deserve to be there, but also people that are relevant. And Kendrick is definitely relevant in this year, and made his mark. And, you know, even with viral videos of kids that who have never heard of Kendrick until the beef are rapping, you know, hey, run for your, like they're rapping it. He earned that. Now, do people know Wayne? Yes, but again, I don't believe from what I've seen that Hove wanted to popularize Wayne at this point in his life, at this moment in time.
Gotcha. So you're thinking like 7 to 10 years ago?
Oh yeah. Well, let's say not 7, let's say 10.
Okay.
And I'll say that going forward, down the line, it'll be more nostalgic to have Wayne do the Super Bowl. Right now, Wayne does not, even if Wayne dropped a song today, we'll listen to it because we like rap, we like hip hop, we want to see what Wayne is going to bring to the table. But I can guarantee you, it is not going to be the Wayne at his peak, at his prime, or even falling down, not falling, but just riding down the coast of his prime. It will not be that.
I got you. I understand. That's why it wasn't really an argument on my side, like, oh, they did Wayne dirty or this and that. No, it was just not your time, and that's okay. And I can still love and appreciate Wayne. I think that he earned this spot. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Like I said, it's always going to be, for me, the issue is always going to be us versus us for me. I don't ever want to see us versus us. Like, yo, stop that, yo.
Or this could all be, it could not be a us versus us. This could all be a tactic, and Wayne might come from the ground out that joint, and Kendrick and Wayne might drop a track.
We never even gave it a chance to unravel before people started to try to pick it apart. It's like, what the what's really wrong with our folks?
Well, I
Like,
think
what are we
because social
doing?
media allows you to have a voice. So sometimes, because think about it. Think about what our voice has done at times. So remember on Power, when I think it was maybe, I don't remember what season it was, but I think it was the last season of Power, and they changed the song and they put Trey Songs on the track.
And
And
they was on his ass, boy.
everybody was so
Hey,
mad. Like
hey,
that
they
shit.
took Trey Songz ass up top
Quick.
over that song. He was
Quick.
so mad that he said he was ready to slap the shit out of somebody over
And
it. Hey,
you would have been mad too.
They took Trey up top over that corny ass remix. And yo, boy, so you all absolute man.
So when the people speak, sometimes things might ruffle a little feather, but it might get things to happen. Because at the end of the day, the people that are in place putting these productions on, they want the people to be happy. They are in Hove, but Hove and 50, they're doing this for us. They're not doing this for them. So in that, they do want to hear from us, but I don't know. We will definitely have to see how this will go down. Is Wayne gonna pop up? Right. Are they gonna bring?
But now it's gonna feel like a sympathy pop up. We didn't give it the
always
chance,
been the case, and we didn't know. It could.
That's the thing that we didn't give it a chance. That's the thing that irritates me so bad. Is like we don't give anything a chance to unfold before we try to pick it apart. Like, yo, just relax. You know what I mean? Even if you felt like, yo, Wayne should have had this spot. You could have just said that. Yo, Wayne should have had this spot without saying, oh, FJZ nappy headed self, he against Wayne.
They crazy. They crazy.
Or oh, Kendrick gonna put people to sleep. Like, why do we have?
They said that
everybody. That dog, I seen everything on the internet over this, and it's like, man, they so sickening. Like, what the? Like, what's wrong?
If they let the Weeknd get up there. If they let the Weeknd, that was one of the worst performances. I don't like the Weeknd. I don't. Now, when the Weeknd first came out, he's depressing. But when he first came out, but right when he got to the popular scene and he came out with that Earned It, that's when I literally stopped liking him. His underground, his like pre-popularity, that music was nice. It still was a little emo-y and a little depressing, but it still gave you a little bit of like, okay. But now I do not like that shit. Like, I do not like that shit. That shit pisses me off.
I got one. I got an unpopular one.
What?
I ain't really a fan.
Who you ain't a fan? Go ahead.
I ain't a fan of Rod Wave.
Oh, me either.
Because
now, don't get me wrong.
Listen, some I think the young man is very talented, taking nothing from him at all. But I don't want to be depressed and sad and feeling like I like want to do some self-harm or something. Like,
I don't
want to hear that. Even when I'm in a bad mood,
that's not what I want to listen
to drag me in the worst mood. I don't understand how people can listen to that daily and not want to feel like this.
Yeah. And that's what, and that's what's wrong with the population now.
They don't even know they've been affected.
That may be it. But I'm definitely, like I'm saying, I'm not saying like, oh, okay, but that ain't my cup of tea at all. I'm not down for the emo.
Couple songs that I love, and you could probably
I can't say love. I'll listen.
I wouldn't say love either, because you'll just catch them on a random playlist. A couple songs that I like and that I would actually listen to. Typically, when that come on, boop, right to the next song. Like, what's going on? Especially if it's a random playlist, because I listen to random playlists to hear new music that I would not have heard before.
Yeah.
Otherwise,
I skip it every time. I skip it every single time.
Stuck in my own zone, knowing all the 5 artists that I so I'll listen to.
You be knowing way more than 5.
Yeah, but that's because I listen to mad random playlists. So, but when that comes on, that's when I be like, all right. 9 out of 10 times, I'm going to the next one.
Yeah, not for me. And
it's wild. He's got a huge fan base. And like I said, shouts to you. You are very
talented.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
But that's just not my cup of tea.
They can give me 5 free tickets to the concert front row. And guess what? them shits will be sitting right here on this damn table. Not
I'm not
going.
sell them.
Not going.
Not even gonna sell them.
I mean, I don't even know who like. I'll have to post them on the internet. But that, like I said, that is not my thing. Not my thing. Not my thing.
I try to give it a chance too. Like I try to listen. Like I started early too. I went from the beginning, try to just go through, and it's just really, I just not a fan of it. And I like some songs that, you know, what I mean, some pain music or whatever you would call it for yourself. But
I don't even like that. If I'm down and out, if I'm down and I'm sad, honestly, if I am down and truly like sad, lately, I don't really listen to music if I'm down and sad like that. I want to kind of, because sometimes, like you say, music will put you in a thought, and too deep of a thought. And sometimes if I'm down and out and truly sad, I'm going to call a friend. I'm going to try to talk it out. Or if it's something that I know, like, look, this is what it is. I can't really solve this right now. And this is just, I got to just go through it. I'm going to then kind of escape it through TV, through like a comedy, you know, Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, Rick and Morty. I'm gonna try to kind of, if I'm that down, I'm going that route, or go, you know, to a streaming service, look for a new comedy movie or something to laugh it out. That's what I rather do. I like to listen to music too when I'm happy, even if it's you know, a R&B track that's a little depressing or a breakup song, even if I ain't going through it, because Jasmine Sullivan will get me. But I ain't going through that. I'm listening to it because that can sing. That's what I'm listening to sing karaoke.
I got you. Yeah, see me, I'm not. I'm definitely. I'm either if the day is going too hard or too rough. So before I get in my head, I will listen to music. There's certain music that's like theme music for me, or I'll start writing, or I'm a walker.
Okay.
Like it don't matter what time it is. 4 a.m.
Okay.
I tell my wife, babe,
you trying to get human traffic.
You know what it is.
Get kidnapped.
I'm not trafficable.
You might be. Might be.
You know me. I am not trafficable. By the time I get on these people's nerves, they gonna be trafficked. All right, listen, I am not trafficable. But yeah, that's what I do. I'll walk and all of that. But I do know that there are certain songs that I will not play if I'm already in a funky mood, because that will bring you down more. Like, you know what I mean? There's some theme music I listen to, and it
pump you up.
You know what I mean? Since therapy and all of that good stuff. So yeah, I do that. But I feel you though. Like, yo, I gotta watch something funny. Like
that's what I have been. That's where I've been lately. If I wanna get out of a funk and I can't, and I don't, and let's say that I just don't want to talk, I first will go through a talk. Like, look, man, let me talk me through this, because, but if it's not a problem like that and it's just some stress kind of just on me, I'm going to try to, if I gotta look, time is the only thing that's going to make this pass, then I'm going to try to laugh it out. That's my medicine. I'm laughing it out. That's it.
That makes sense though. That's better than you know what I mean? Because sometimes you get stuck in it. So as soon as I start feeling uneasy, I try to do whatever it is to pull myself out of that before it even gets too serious where I need help pulling out. But I am my big age now, and I am smarter and wiser now. I do activate my village if it gets too tough for me. I let my village know, yo, I ain't having the best day.
Yeah. And that's important. Because sometimes, you know, as we kind of talk about people not checking in all the time, but if I know you're going through something, it's on the forefront of my mind. Like, hey, I know you ain't need me last month, but this month you need me. So let me tap into you and give you that, because I want to. And even if I am busy, which we all are, I'm still going to make time. If it's on my commute, if it's me just sitting here cooking or whatever it is, let me reach out, because you matter. You know what I'm saying? So tap into the village. When I went to the doctor, they asked a question like a little, you know, how often do you talk to friends and family members? And it kind of gauge. And I was like, shit, I talk to somebody at least. I talk to somebody.
Right.
At least a day, once a day. Like not, not everybody, but there is somebody that I am talking to that does not live in my household. At least every day of my life, I am talking to somebody that I care about that does not live in my household. And I just think that is important because, and there is very few, but if it's someday like, man, look, I don't feel like talking to no damn body. Like, you all right? Oh, all right. But other than that, I do try to hit everybody, whether it's a text or a talk, at least throughout the week, just to check in, and just check on people, man. Life is
and
short.
it don't take a lot of time. It don't take up a lot of space, time, effort for you to say, yo, how you doing?
Yeah. What's good? You good? Hey, all right, what you got going on? All right, nothing. All right, what's it? That motherfucker good.
Shout out to the good people, man. Shout out to the people who are available, ready, willing, and able to be part of your village. Yeah. Thank you. You guys are very important. Absolutely. And very important. I hope that I am a piece of whoever I ever told that I love you's village. Just know, like, that is important. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to the real.
Shout out to the real ones. Right. Shout out to the fam. Shout out to the real ones. We who don't give a damn.
Hey, yo, bro. We made a whole different. This was a whole nother episode.
I know. I let it ride. I let it ride. So that
we just cheated. There we go.
You cheated.
We can get ready to.
I said one thing, but that's okay. We got it for Friday. We got it for Friday. So because we at 42, we're gonna have to wrap it up because it's gonna be too big. Right. So in short, I'm gonna edit that out. In short, Two Peeps on a Pod has stated that do we think Lil Wayne deserved to be on the Super Bowl? My answer is not this year. But we would love to see you, Wayne. But we're gonna let the professional that is in that job make that decision, and that goes to your one and only Hovey, baby.
Word. On my side, I'm gonna say that he did deserve it, but I do understand with going with another choice, and I don't think that it should have been put out there as disrespect. He just didn't get chose. If he did, would have been amazing. Yes, but am I mad that he didn't? No, because the other artists definitely deserved it as well. Yes. If we did not pick Wayne and we picked somebody that was undeserving, then yes, let's have an issue. Let's gather all of our opinions and go to war if that's what you want to do. But in this case, he just didn't get picked. If he did, power to him, and he would have been deserving. But the other artist was definitely well deserving.
And there you have it. And we want to make sure that you guys all, as always, subscribe,
share, subscribe,
and comment. Let us know what you want to see on Two Peeps on a Pod. We're gonna drop our socials right here. Yep. And hey, was you ever a kid and did this?
Hell no. And I hope you find a way to edit that in there so they can see the difference between these leaders.
Hey, why you never did that? They were supposed to act like your neck was like floating.
Why did you ever do that?
Because it was supposed to act like your neck was floating.
Do it again.
Hey, I want you to hit that shit. Just try. I just want you to walk up to your wife and hit her with the. Doesn't that shit look like my neck?
She gonna be texting your shorty immediately like something is wrong.
Something is wrong. Get him off the pod.
The pod.
But I want you. The pod is crazy. So as always, Two Peeps on the Pod, two friends with real combos, real laughs on a podcast. Baby, tune in next time. This was actually an impromptu epi. So we're going to bring the letter back on episode 4. Until next time.
As always, like, share, subscribe. Holla at us. Peace.
Peace.